Welcome to another edition of Offside brought to you by Arsenal Fans Beat. On today's edition, we're going to be talking about the beautiful things that have finally occurred at the Old Trafford. I have with me a lot of people. I have a new guest, Danny. Welcome to the Offside.
Thank you.
And I have your regular face, Nene Fofana, and your cute guy in the house, Gassi Musila. I remain yours sincerely, Kennedy Okizi. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of things. Finally, United decided to do what everyone had been expecting. They wanted to pay them to keep Nene. We wanted to pay them
exactly
to keep this guy on.
At least after we have.
We told them the last time that we're ready to give them money.
I was so disappointed with their reactions. I was hoping at least let them retain
until
we played them. Yes.
After thrashing them at least 10.
Yeah, they can now because they did the fake thing by even sacking Alex Ferguson. Danny, what do you have to say? Do you think this is a good odd for United?
Well, I think the club is going through a trying times, and the decision that they made is just to shake things up a little. There is a lot of work to be done.
Okay.
It's a process. You can't just sack coach today and then expect things to get better tomorrow. We have a lot of work.
But that's what you guys have been doing.
Yes.
This will be the eighth. If you guys finally, because we're hearing from Grapevine that you guys will want to take on the idea of bringing in Ruben, Felipe, Magis, Amorim from Sporting Lisbon. Do you think that will help you guys? That will be the eighth coach, aside from the two caretakers you guys had during the exit of Alex Ferguson from US. We had Rodri, we had Mikey Carey, we had Ryan Giggs, we had Jose Mourinho. Those guys are top coaches. And now you are venturing into Portugal to bring in a coach that has peace of mind. Because Moyes was enjoying himself at Everton. You guys took him, you got him sacked. You know, Rangnick enjoyed himself. They said, that the guy is Jürgen Preza. He's the one that taught Pep Guardiola and taught the club on how to play this high mercenary football. At the end of the day, we never saw anything. So do you think this guy is going to create a change for you guys?
Just like I said, it's a process. It can happen overnight, but I strongly believe that the coach that is coming in needs to actually ask himself or ask the team what has gone wrong. Because all of the other coaches, when they came in, they had this good energy of actually changing things, but none of them actually knew where the problem really lies. So they just decided to take it head on and they think that they can change things. No. But I think the problem is not normally just with the coaches. It also goes beyond that. The dressing room, the management system and everything. But the dressing room as a whole, you notice we have some bad eggs from our own side. I call them savages. Most of the players in yes, because it happens not just in football, in normal day life itself. You have some people, they don't just want things to grow above to some certain level because they feel they will be left out. So that's exactly what's happening in Man United for some of the players. They think if we go to the same level we were before, they will ask them outside the door. So what they are going to do, the best way to keep themselves running in the team is just to keep a divided camp. Wherein this camp is there, the other camp is there.
Okay, let me hold you there, Nene. What do you think about this? Do you think Amorim is going to do something different? Because from all indications, he is the one that is coming to take that position of Ten Hag.
Well, like he said, I think he's right at some point saying that the camp is divided. The players need to be ready because the issue there is not only with the coaches, it's the players. Are they ready to play for the team? Are they ready to give in their all? And hopefully, I hope this guy can relate well with them, because if there is a disagreement between the coach and the player, no matter what the coach says to them, they are still going to do what they pleases. So it's up to the players. They need to play for the badge. But actually, I want the downfall of Man United, so I can't say much. I want their downfall.
Because we are attacking Danny today, so let's see it from you.
Yes, for me, I'm in sport with Mene.
Wow, for the first time.
Exactly. But one person who always wanted the downfall on United. But saying
too much.
that they have sacked their coach, it did not give me any joy at all. because I was hoping, just like what I've said, I was hoping at least for them to wait until we meet them, at least we can clash them. But the fact that Manchester United is crumbling as of now, I'm not seeing it as if the coach is the problem, because they have introduced so many good coaches. You understand, like the like of Jose Mourinho, Van Gaal, and others. And these coaches, they have submitted immensely in football. They are they have coached big teams. Jose Mourinho, Real Madrid, what he did there, and when he went to Manchester United, he crumbled. You understand? So I'm not saying the coach is the problem. For me, it's all about the players, the mentality. You understand? If you have players who are willing to kill themselves for the team, trust me, United will flourish. Okay. But the players don't seem as if they are ready to play for United. It's as if they just want the money, the glory, and everything.
And I hope that doesn't happen until they relegate.
Let me finish because I saw that they are already negotiating with Amorim. He's a good coach, but I'm just praying if he comes, let him don't come with Victor Yukorex. That's my only.
Oh yes, because we have eyes on him.
Arsenal to at least go for that player.
Yes.
Okay. I think that's going to be like working. We're going to be something that's going to work in a positive way. But now coming to what Nene and Gassino said, and you also mentioned, you talked about some players referring to them as savages in the club. But one thing I also want to indicate here, for a coach to lose the dressing room, whose fault is it?
It's the coach.
Good. So because if you didn't do your homework well, let's look at if you look at the history of in as much as I don't like, I second with you guys, I don't like United for anything. You know why? Because of the way they stopped us in our 49 games unbeaten in a very crude and fraudulent defeat. Because you guys put everything right there on paper, using the referee, using whatever you could to end our 49 game unbeaten. And I've watched Arsenal versus United. I saw Alumnia versus Rooney. Alumnia came out to catch the ball. He saw Rooney's foot. He pulled out and the referee pointed penalty. There was no VAR. And that they look at it from every angle. The goalkeeper did not. So that hurts me a lot. So, but in as much as I don't like United, I also want to look at what can also help you guys, because this can happen to anything. So now, I don't think the way you guys have handled your star players is correct. Let's start from Ronaldo. Let's go to what's his name? Maguire, De Gea. De Gea increased his contract £375 a week when you knew that Real Madrid was all over him. And in 1 year, he said, "Oh, guy, that money is too much. We'll get for reducer." You guys say, "Okay, no problem." The contract was on the table, just barely a week to end the transfer market. He said, "Guy, go and look for a club." Who was ready to make adjustment to accommodate him? That guy was out without a club for 1 season. That was Julian. That was the guy that won the Golden Man. Authoritatively, I can say here on Offside that De Gea saved United from going on relegation for 2 seasons. He carried the team on his shoulders.
Sure.
So for you to treat somebody like that, and somebody like Ronaldo was already on his way, has packed his luggage, heading to Man City. Just a phone call from Alex Ferguson, he changed his mind. And you can bring that guy and put him on the bench. Like 5 minutes ago, you ask the guy to jog and go and play which match. I mean, there are people you just have to respect.
Sure.
So the way I feel is nemesis, and this nemesis will continue to haunt you guys. It's not about changing from the what is it, the Watch family, Woods family to Ineos. It doesn't help. But you guys are not addressing the key thing. So I'm asking you now. What do you think you guys need to do to get out of this doldrum?
Okay. For my own side, I think it's all started with the captaincy. Yeah. Maguire came in just days older. They made him the captain. And Bruno was fighting so hard to take the captaincy away from him. So that's why he was criticizing everything Maguire was doing in that night, which is very, very bad. Undermining your captain is not a good thing. And the team was divided. The thing with Ronaldo is a separate case, because I think for me, for every coach that Ronaldo has played under, they said he's the most professional player when it comes to football.
Comes to training early,
No, it comes to
later than any other person.
So Eric Ten Hag has his own ego and pride side of everything. He thinks like pushing Ronaldo outside the door was the best solution, but it doesn't look like he was digging his own grave. So I'm happy like he's outside the door too, because no matter what you
But it
do,
took a pretty long time, and we wanted it to continue forever.
United is a very big club.
Until you guys have relegated, that would have been
So
better.
for me, I think like if I'm Amorim, I'm coming in, I'll strip Bruno of the captaincy. And then I will allow the team to select a captain. Because I strongly believe like every player in that room knows who a leader is. And when they vote, it's a unanimous decision from everyone.
And they support the person.
Yeah, I think it's going to like create that bond and that respect, that mutual respect between themselves. Bruno is not respectful. He's a very disrespectful guy. He nags like a little kid. He talks a lot, and he's supposed to be a leader to actually carry the team. But all the time, he's the one that's intimidating referees, intimidating other players. Captain don't behave like that.
This man, that is beginning to make me to have a different mindset towards United. Because it is difficult to see a United man so open.
Exactly.
You know, because what you just done, I call it the balancing act. You're a die-hard United fan, but you are looking at the challenges and you are taking them for headlong, and that is fantastic. So continue. I appreciate your.
There's a submission that I want to add. You know, he made mention of the captaincy, let them strip off the captaincy from Bruno. Yes, that is one. But another thing, it's all based on the approach that the coach might want to inflict in the players.
Sure.
Understand? If the coach tell the players what to do and the players we are not able to do what the coach asks them of, it all goes back to the players.
No, but I think that's let me hold you there. It has to do with the coach. Once the coach is able to arrest the dressing room, you will have control of everybody.
Yes.
So, asking, just like Danny said, if you ask the players to make a choice of who their captain is, let's say, for example, majority goes for Danny, and the other one they go for.
But that will still be divided.
No,
It will still be divided
You know why?
because Bruno has his own cabal.
Now, let me
Bruno cabal is not much.
It's not much.
We can't tell.
You can't tell.
So
Okay.
the English cabal, let's look at it this way. The English cabal, they are not happy that Maguire was stripped of the captain's band.
Thank you.
And that is key. That is why most of them are not playing. And the English players are more.
Yeah.
So now, once you are able to strip him, it means that you have to be scared of Amorim, because it takes a coach with guts and with strong balls to look at you headlong and say, "Yeah, I'm taking this captain's band from you, and this is the reason I'm taking it, because I want a new beginning."
Thank you.
So does he have that ball
to do it?
The only thing I know that he can do now is to offset Arsenal's balance of going to bring Victor Gokores, because he said, "This is my coach. I'm loyal to him. I'm following him." So but let us pray that the Ineos will not want to spend money, because they have enough strikers.
Yes, so I'm not.
No, Zaggy, we are sending him out. He doesn't want to.
Okay.
His body language tells us.
So we hope that you guys will be able to come up tops.
No, let me just add something now. The problem is the dressing room. If you look at the body language of the player on our last match, you found out like they are not happy. Even when Rashford scored a goal, he doesn't celebrate it. The guy is frowning, doesn't laugh, doesn't say anything. Rashford was going through a dark times. But none of the players that he was playing with actually knew that he was going through that. Only Zlatan Ibrahimovic called him, said, "Guy, listen.
This is not you.
This is not you. What is happening to you?" And then he explained everything to him. Zlatan had to come out to the media and then tell him that, "Look, you knew like this boy was going through this, and then nobody actually asked him what he was going through. You saw all the body language and everything. Nobody did anything. So that's exactly what I'm saying. But there is a new beginning to everything. Once you squash the beef and let everybody know like you need to play for your space for you to actually start in the first place. Bruno has been miserable. If you take a look at his statistics from when he came to Man United,
but does he have the balls?
He's falling
does he have
down.
the balls? Do you think Amorim will have the balls to bench Bruno?
I believe.
To bench him?
Yes.
Well, I don't know. I don't know the type of personality he is. I don't know. But I just hope like he will actually come in and then iron the problem. Because if he decides to come in and do exactly what other coach has been doing, he's going outside the door anytime soon.
Okay. So here on the offside, we've heard it from Danny. Ruben Amorim, if you mess up, We are just showing you. They are showing you
The door.
And then once you mess up, just know that you have allies.
Yes.
Who will support you
Exactly.
to stay on. So thank you very much. And on the other end, we're going to be talking about the Ballon d'Or. There have been a lot of noise and everybody is complaining. This moment, Real Madrid officials, they decided to boycott it. They were ready to go for the Ballon d'Or. And when they got the hint that, guy, it's not your guy that's going to win this stuff, everybody else, come on, just stay back. Let's all waste money. But looking at the statistics of the guy that won it, Rodri, you know, if you look at it on the facial play on what the guy does, you don't see what he has done.
Yeah.
But if you look at the laurels the guy has been able to win during this past year, I don't know. So I want to ask you, I'm coming to you, Danny, because from the way you analyze the issue of United, I know that you are a man that gives us things on the balance. You don't take side. Do you think Rodri actually deserves winning the Ballon d'Or over Vinicius Junior? Because we saw Vinicius Junior throughout the period he's been playing for Real Madrid, carrying the team on their shoulder. If not for anything, the match against Borussia Dortmund was won.
Dortmund.
The team was already on the cleaners. He came from nowhere and rallied the troop around and they won that game. Do you think Rodri win for the Ballon d'Or is the well-deserved one? Or, as they always say, that it has been rigged again?
Well, I think for me personally, I stopped watching Ballon d'Or because I noticed there are a lot of abnormalities going on with the way the assessment has been done these days, and compared to those days when actually players, they are looking at what your contribution to the team is, and they assess what you can actually give the team and how much you're giving to them and how much games they are winning, your percentage contribution. Compared to now, they just look for the most, how will I say, the most lucrative player that is easily advertised on social media, and then they hand it over to him.
Wow.
So, from my own side of view, I think like now, this present one, Vinicius deserved it, but the previous one, I think Rodri was in a better position to actually take that one because he did everything practically to make sure Man City won the treble. He was on top of his game. You will see like the win probability when he's inside playing for Manchester City is higher compared to when he's off the pitch. And even for the Spanish national team, he did extremely well. So I think, for me, it's just a compensation. There has been a grapevine going on, like the Spanish people have been complaining that it's been a while since they actually won the Ballon d'Or. It was since 1930. So maybe I think they just wanted to compensate them. But Vinicius deserved this one. Head on. Okay. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Point blank. For me, Rodri does not deserve the Ballon d'Or. It shows the statistics there. You know, Vinicius was supposed to have won this Ballon d'Or because the Ballon d'Or was not supposed to be given to players that are playing for the season. Mind you, it's the past season, the previous season. And if you watch the statistics for last season, you saw what Vinicius did and what Rodri did. Fortunately, he won the Euro. And the Euro is not a competition that you have to play. I know it's part of it, but it's not a competition that you have to play every year.
Yeah.
I think it's 3 or 4 years or so until you play the Euros. And the Ballon d'Or it's an award that they give, I think, yearly. So you see, so it's based on the club performance, all the competition that you have played. And Vinicius Junior won the Champions League. What he did in La Liga, you understand? He created so many impacts for Real Madrid, and he was the star player for Real Madrid. What did Rodri do? He was not the only player for Man City. Last season, Haaland.
Yeah, it's a key.
Imagine, he was the best player for Man City. Rodri was the best player in Premier League. So he was not the only one. So for me, I don't know where Rodri came from and to win this Ballon d'Or. When Vinicius Junior was the only player, everyone was hyping, even in social media.
Well, these Real Madrid fans are being too emotional. We have a different view though. Firstly, we have to know that this thing is by vote and everybody has the right to their opinion. So I won't agree with you guys saying that it is rigged. You have your perception, and journalists are involved. They vote who they think deserve it. It's not based on their statistics. Maybe somebody that went there to vote doesn't even know how much Vinicius has contributed. Just go there because I'm a Spanish guy. I love Rodri.
You should be able to have that information in your fingertips.
I know, but in terms of votes, besides their work percentage or their work contribution, people vote for different reasons as well. Maybe the person like Rodri better than Vinicius. So the whole league thing, I'm totally against it. It's based on votes. It's
because
not based on...
prior to this time, we're saying that it's being rigged because of the controversy between Ronaldo and Messi.
Yes.
But this time around, I don't understand. Vinicius.
And saying that Vinicius has won this, that, and what. If we are talking about being rigged, I think Martinez, the guy from Argentina, I don't quite remember.
Yes,
no, not the Lautaro
Martinez.
Martinez. Look at his probability. He also won the Copa American League titles and his goal contribution and everything. So if we're assessing that as well, that's why I said earlier that it depends on favorism. Who the people that vote for favored?
So,
because Martinez deserves, at least even not the first or the second, but he's placed in the third position. He did extremely well last season as well. He showed up for Argentina. He showed up as well for his club. Yeah. And Vinicius, yes, he's a good player. He has a good statistics. He plays well. I love the work he's doing in Real Madrid. But if you look at his work in Brazil, he's not doing anything country-wise. His goal contribution in Brazil is down there. His body language, the way he plays for the club is not that game changer Brazil needs. But he's doing well. And you look at Rodri, he has been performing both in club and country. He has been doing well. His winning percentage with Man City shows the impact he has in the team and everything. So I don't think it's rigged. It just depends on who they choose to vote for and who deserves it.
She is saying that Rodri is impacts
both at national
and
club level.
Yes.
Right?
So let me take you back, right? Rodri was not the only player that contributed for Spain during the
But he has a good impact. His match statistics also are very good.
If you are talking about impacts through these heroes, Lamine Yamal, Daniel Olmo, and also Nico Williams.
Yeah,
even the midfield. We speak of
Fabian Ruiz.
Yes.
But Rodri is doing extremely well there as well. I know he's not the only player, but let's call a spade a spade. He has been a man.
Even Daniel Carvajal won the Euro with Rodri.
Yeah,
he won the Champions League.
Yeah, won La Liga.
So let's be facts.
We are stating facts, but
I think what I can take from what you said, from what Nene said, it has to do with those guys that are voting. Maybe the guys that are voting are not doing the actual justice that they're supposed to do. And the other one also has to do with coaches. It's like when I just like Danny's face, I don't care what Nene or Gassino has done. I just like Gassino's face. Whether Danny played well or not, I just go there and vote for Danny. Yeah. Because sometimes you look at it. Yes, we can sit here and argue that there are a lot of anomaly in the way this thing is being handled. I'm sure that every country is being awarded the number of votes for the journalists and all that.
Yes.
So now, you are from my country, and I'm still looking at, I don't like Nene, I don't like Gassino, I want to vote for Danny. So that could even be the issue. The coaches too, you might be surprised that your own coach said in your club said no vote for you.
Yeah, it happens. So,
you know? So these are the things that we're looking at. So, but I think for a very long time there has been an issue over the way the winners are being awarded.
Yeah.
They need to look out for a different platform now. A different platform for us to now, so that there will not, these anomalies will just be eased off. Because if you look at the work rate of Vinicius Junior, like you said, is just stopped there. And it broke somebody's heart. So at the end of the year, so what's the essence of me even?
Thank you.
Let me just play and just forget about it.
That's why I said if I'm Vinicius, I will just move to Saudi Arabia and make some money. Because I think football is just about making money. It's not about any accolade.
He was not phased about this. And he posted, he said he's ready, he's going to do it.
Yes, he said that.
Yes, that's what he will tell you now.
But it's trending. And I even add that he even showed the pre-celebration party for the Ballon d'Or, because it was clear in the media that Vinicius was the favorite to win the Ballon d'Or.
I also agree
all of a
with what
sudden,
that conspiracy theory about Spain not winning for a very long time.
Yes, that is why I said it's not really the. I don't blame the people that are.
Why Arsenal have not won the Champions League for over?
No, because you don't have that money to play around with.
Oh, boy.
Yes, and honestly, I think this whole FA, this whole football stuff is working in favor of Manchester City. That is what is
Okay,
happening.
look at the issue we spoke about. You know, in the last offside, we spoke about the issue, controversy between Libya and Nigeria. At the end of the day today, CAF, because everybody was on them. You know what saved Nigeria? Because of that consistent call to CAF, that they did not respond. That look, we've been standing here for 15 hours. What do we do? Nobody came to their rescue.
Yeah.
If Nigeria didn't put that call to them, CAF would have sanctioned Nigeria, take that 3 points from them. Even this one that they awarded Libya $50,000, they would have taxed Nigeria like $200,000.
Yes.
And take the 3 points from them. Sure. So there are too many conspiracy theories, and
Exactly.
you don't have to keep people in that help of affairs. They will always work against you.
Walk around.
The whole football
And
thing,
for me,
I don't know.
I think like for me personally, the France Players Award is more credible than Ballon d'Or.
Exactly.
Because
It's
sometimes even a blind man can actually tell like this is a rigged something.
Yes.
How can someone that was not even in the first 3 positions
All of
a sudden become the Ballon d'Or winner?
Okay.
It's not possible.
Look at that season also that Messi won.
Yes.
Ronaldo was busy scoring goals.
Yes.
Anyhow, and Messi was.
That is why I said the whole thing.
If
Lewandowski. It happened with Lewandowski. He was undoubtedly one of the best players from the starting of football.
And look at the one also with
Never awarded
Thierry.
him.
Because of COVID,
Because of
there
COVID.
was no award. No ceremony.
The
World Cup, Messi scored 7 goals.
Even Jorginho was the best player. He won the Euro. He won the Champions League with Chelsea.
Yeah.
And they only gave him what?
European best.
And they
So
gave him Luka Modric. They gave him the Ballon d'Or.
The Ballon d'Or.
And
He won the World Cup.
Sure. He wasn't even the best player.
Imagine.
He wasn't even like the yes.
So the whole thing
He
here
scored 3 goals
is
and then
it
assisted
depends
goals.
to the voters their opinion. I'm not actually attacking the organizers. I'm attacking the people that are voting.
Okay. From what we've analyzed here, what my point here now is that going forward, for us to ease off this anomaly of conspiracy theory, let the organizers, let them go back to the drawing board and have a redefined process of voting.
Sure.
So that people can see that look, and even this time they should even open the voting. Let us see the people that are voting.
Yes.
Bam.
Because this secret thing that they are doing is making us not to understand. Because you might even be surprised that the one that is even in the same club with you.
Yes, will be voting against
it.
it.
He did not vote for you.
Exactly.
Why is it politics?
Let
No.
it be online. Once you cast the vote, everybody
See it.
that you are the one that actually
But you
voted.
know that there's not something that can happen technically. Say they have a technical glitch. Anyway, that's how it's been here on the offside. And I want to ask Danny lastly. Let's come back to United. We hope that you guys will get back and find your feet. And before you start getting your Rude is still there, right? So meet you guys, take care of you guys, and we know what will happen. And what do you think? Lastly, do you think that Amorim will bring to the team? And if he does it, how long do you think he should be given in order to start this new phase of new beginning? Eventually, he's been announced the new coach of United.
Okay, firstly, I think like the season just started. So maybe we can give him till the end of the season and see what he brings to the board.
And if he doesn't do well,
And one of the things is, I think if he doesn't do well at the end of the season, maybe the managers themselves need to actually sit down and ask what the problem really is. Because Amorim is a very good coach. He has been performing very well. So he's going to bring exciting football because that's what Sporting Lisbon are playing. Even when they are losing, they still play very well.
exciting football because you guys didn't have no identity throughout the period they had.
Yes, that's the problem. We don't know what we are playing. We don't even know if we are playing attacking football, midfield, whatever, man. The guy, we are just running helter-skelter. I just hope that we can really find our football because I've been going through some amount of, I can't even compare.
Yeah.
Yes, I hope the present predicament of Manchester United continues.
That's me.
Yeah, I don't want this new coach to at least.
What happened for you?
I think in favor of United, they need to address the dressing room issue, but I don't like United, so I wish they relegate and the new coach do not succeed.
And don't forget, Offside is brought to you by Arsenal Fans Beat. And on Offside, you have the platform to come and talk about your club side, whether you're from United, Chelsea, Man City, Real Madrid. The door is open for you at all times for you to come and make your views count. And I want to say thank you, big thank you to Danny. Thank you, Danny, for showing up and for being a passionate United fan that also sees issues on the balance league. I want to say thank you to Nene and thank you to Casimir. And here, we are the Offside. I remain yours sincerely, Kennedy Okiti. Until you come your way again, it is goodbye.